Gods and Glory is the third and final free expansion pack to the February 2017 indie release Hollow Knight. According to a post on Reddit made by Team Cherry, they want to take some time to refine the content they have before boldly tossing around the words paid DLC. The creatures, NPCs, and level environments all work in tandem to bring together an immersive, hand-drawn experience for the player, and this final expansion will capitalize even further on what it already brings to the table. Here's a few things we expect from the new DLC. If we are to assume the Gods and Glory DLC is about a similar size as the previous two, then one facet of the game we can definitely see coming in are new bosses, challenges, and possibly new secret areas. Usually there's always at least one Dream World boss that comes with each expansion, such as Nightmare King and the Grim Troop, and both bosses that came with the Hidden Dreams update, so I don't think it's completely unreasonable to be looking for another dream fight. The silhouetted characters and the graphics of each trailer are usually a good indication of what the updates consist of. And for this third expansion, it seems as though the Nail Masters and Sly the Nail Sage are of paramount importance to whatever's going on here. The Hollow Knight himself, as well as the Radiants, are also spotlighted in the Gods and Glory trailer, meaning we could potentially see dream fights with the Hollow Knight prior to his infection, or maybe even an alternate version of the Radiants, the previous ruler of Hallownest. Team Cherry makes sure to slip in the word giant in the description when describing the new boss battles. This seems to drive more likelihood to alternate Radiance boss battles because she was very much the largest of the four characters being spotlighted. Another real possibility is the clashing of blades with another one of the 5 knights. We already faced Ogrim, the White Defender, in the Hidden Dreams update, and we talk with Zemir in the Resting Grounds. The status of the remaining 3 are either deceased or of unknown location. While Lizma and Drea are confirmed to have passed before the Knight's arrival to Hallownest, there does seem to be no such information on the 5th and final Knight, Hegemol. In making sense of Team Cherry's giant new boss's statement, we could tell by his armor set that he was a pretty beefy dude. Team Cherry has divulged information on a long-awaited and long-requested game mode that has actually been notarized in the genre. Now I'm assuming here they are talking about the genre of Metroidvania side-scrollers. This one I'm not too sure about. This could be anything from a one-hit and you die difficulty mode that even further surpasses Steel Souls challenges, to something like a boss rush-themed arcade mode in the Coliseum of Fools. Both of those game modes have Metroidvania roots, and Hollow Knight had some pretty intense boss battles, so a boss rush arcade mode I can definitely see promising a lot of entertainment value. Now, I was thinking about the possibility of an extra Coliseum trial that might pass as a game mode, but I could also be completely dead-ass wrong on that, and it could end up being something like an Endless Enemies mode or a Time Attack mode for practicing speedruns and such. Neither of those I would particularly mind. I don't want to seem as though I'm taking it too far or grasping at straws or anything, but I'd keep an open mind for this one. A new game mode could mean literally anything, so keep your expectation high and your speculation low, I guess. In short, no one really knows what the hell this means. Glorifying charms? Charm extensions? Well, if you think about it, Team Cherry kind of introduced us to charm extensions already by giving us Divine in the Grim Troop. If you were willing to pay the outrageous geo fee, you could reinforce breakable charms to where they would no longer be destroyed upon death, allowing you to carry them with you wherever without the need of going back to the Leg Eater and repairing them. Charm glorification might be an extension of this. I've always imagined what a charm upgrade system would look like in the game, and I would take this with a grain of salt, but it looks to me like Team Cherry is finally working on one. Being able to augment charms and morph them into stronger ones was always something I felt like Hollow Knight was missing, despite it already being a beautifully designed game. Now this could open the door to other new characters such as a Charmsmith, possibly working in close relation to the Nailsmith. Now, although upgrading charms might need something a little more arcane, I don't know, like a wizard or some sort of enchantress, maybe Celebre has a long-lost cousin or something, I don't know. Gods and Glory has already confirmed that there is room being made for at least one new character titled the Godseeker. When describing this character, Team Cherry provides us with an interesting, albeit vague description. Track down this disturbing yet alluring being, break her chains, and aid her in an ancient duty. So whatever these new quests are, it definitely has something to do with events that transpired long ago, possibly even prior to Hallownest's establishment. We know from Relic Seeker Lim's dialogue that Hallownest was almost certainly not the first civilization that was built here. So the idea of studying the remnants of a city older than anything we've seen so far is pretty exciting to me, but I do need to keep my expectations in check, of course. It's also important to notice the official poster Team Cherry divulged for the content pack takes place in the same arena where you fight the Radiants, as a means of accomplishing the game's true ending. You can see the void corruption seething through the bottom of the poster and regal columns and platforms you also see while fighting the Radiants. Now what this means to the new quest is something I don't know, but the significance of having the Radiance arena in the background I'm sure pertains to what we're going to see. New romance options. What the shit? I'm just gonna go on record saying this is 90% likely to be a clever Team Cherry trolling maneuver. Saying your romance options expand is insinuating you had romance options in the first place. And the closest thing to this that I can think of is when you give the delicate flower to other characters in the game, which unlocks hidden dialogue for a selection of characters. I'm pretty sure this is what Team Cherry is referring to. Being able to actually romance characters in Hollow Knight would be it'd be really weird. I think the fan art of this game already takes care of most of that. I just have trouble imagining hot and heavy beetle romance having a place in a game as esoteric as Hollow Knight. Gods and Glory is expected to be accessible through Steam and the Nintendo Switch here really soon, but Team Cherry wants to go out of their way to prioritize the Switch launch before anything else. So if you've been keeping an eye out for that, know that it's coming and we are right on the edge of seeing it happen. So what bosses do you want to see in the new content pack? Who is this mysterious God Seeker character? And what do you think her purpose is in offering you a new quest? So many questions, but all of them will be given an answer very soon. Thanks for tuning into The Forge. Ring the bell if you'd like to support the channel, and keep an eye on the community tab for video updates, as I am always releasing new information about upcoming videos and content. Keep it real, dudes. I'll see you next time.